I ran into Adelia yesterday. I think it's really cool that I can still run into people in LA. I sort of understood it was going to be too big to ever do something like that, but what do you know? It's actually smaller than you think, especially once you have a reason to run into somebody. So, happy Father's Day. If it applies, I hope that you're having a great Father's Day. If you're able to, I hope you celebrate with your father or with your sons, your children, whoever it may be. I have a bit of a bug in my brain about this holiday, and it goes back to my counseling stuff, so you guys get to learn a little bit more about that. I primarily was counseling people about substance abuse, and the youngest person I ever counseled was 8, and the oldest was in his 70s. Most people, I had a large group that were at an alternative campus, so that was mostly like 14-year-olds, and a good number of guys from like 30 to 40. So really, I have counseled all ages, primarily male, some female, and days like today make me a little nervous because there's a pretty high incidence of maybe relapse or something like that on today, and obviously that's not an issue for everybody, but it makes me acutely aware of people who maybe aren't fortunate enough to have parents that are either still with them or parents who did right by them. And if you are a lucky person who has a dad still and they're there, that's fantastic, and you should really appreciate what you have. And for other people who don't have that, I think it's really important that you continue on better. And don't take advice from me or anybody else, by the way. My intention is never to tell people what to do, but my feeling has always been that you do unto others and you always try to pass along better things. So if, for example, your parents didn't do for you what you felt you needed, then the best thing that you can possibly do, in my opinion, is to be better than they were, to do the things that you missed out on for your children, or in some instances for other people's children. I do have friends who are unfortunate enough that their relationships didn't work out and they need support. And in some of those instances, maybe they need male role models or other female role models. That's a role I can fill a little bit better. But just being there, stepping in, lending a hand. I can't step in and be a surrogate father necessarily for my friend whose partner didn't work out and isn't willing to be there. But I can make things a little bit easier on her, and I can make it so that the baby doesn't feel like she's wanting for anything. So I think the point that I want to make is that days like this, you appreciate what you have, but you also, when you look at what you don't have, you maybe think how to supplement for others. Come together as a community and just make life better for someone else. And I think that's part of how we learn to be happier. All right, bye guys.